That comes quite, I think came in like 72 hours, or I think it didn't take up to 1 week.
No, it did not.
Yeah, then guidance and have a good support system, which is
Hey!
so because I think
Guys!
1, 2, 3.
Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about the pathway we took to get a work visa into the UK. I was able to secure a job from Nigeria and get a visa and get a resident permit. So to put things in perspective, he's a doctor and I am an architect. We came in through his own work visa. So he's the hero of the day. Whoop whoop. He's the hero of the day and he's going to be taking us through the steps that it took. So if you're a medical practitioner, you might want to grab a pen and a paper because he's going in details. He has his book here. As for my non-medical folks, don't worry, you want to stick around till the end because I'm going to be sharing the other pathways that you can use to get a visa. So stick around till the end. Now, if you're considering relocating, before we get right into how we did ours, I just want to give you a few points if you're considering relocating, right? So the first step you want to take is relax. You don't want to rush. It might sound ironic or maybe counterproductive, but you want to relax. What relaxing does is it helps you to put things in perspective because you want to pray. You want to go to God and, ask Him, pray to Him about your decision, to leave the country. After which you want to do research. Honestly, there are different paths and Google is your friend. Google is your friend. You want to who has unending information, honestly, about different paths. So you just want to pick out the part that is peculiar to your own journey as a person and filter it because honestly Google too has other irrelevant information, so you want to filter the informations that you're getting on Google. Also, I know that people are of different school of thoughts. You really need to talk. Yoruba people will say "Aile soro ni beri buruku." That's what my people say. So you want to make calls to people that have done it before you, people that have the knowledge. You want to ask them. You want to use your mouth to decide your destiny, in my own opinion. So after getting all of this information, then you go back to your drawing board and double down on it. As for us, right, I knew I wanted to leave the country like way back when I was really young, but my husband wouldn't have it. He was really enjoying Nigeria. Abdul was enjoying Nigeria.
not really. It depends on how you look at it anyway.
Right. So as for Abdul, I feel like he had finished his own medical career journey in Nigeria. He was a consultant, right? But I finished architecture first and second degree. I couldn't get a befitting job. The jobs that I was getting then were like the salaries were nothing to write home about, in my opinion. So I had not started my own career the way I wanted to, but he had finished, so he didn't see a reason to opt and leave then. Then when we now even decided I wanted to leave, so yeah, getting a job as a surgeon was difficult for him. So I had to go back to my own drawing board and start applying for PhD. So I took the PhD route, which was a dead end also because most of the schools that I was getting did not do a fully funded PhD scholarship, and I know that we couldn't afford to pay for PhD as at that point. So it was a dead end for me, right? I had written my proposal. I had sent to like about 2 schools that my supervisor suggested to me, and they didn't offer me a fully funded scholarship. So now I had to go back to plan A, which was Abdul. Now over to our hero. Abdul, the good people want to know how you secured a job as a surgeon.
Hero indeed. Hello everyone. So basically I'll be giving details on how I was able to get a job in the UK using the surgical route because just like she said, I've already completed my residency program in Nigeria, pediatric surgery, and I was happy working in Nigeria anyway. I like pediatric surgery, and but the thing is, you get to a point in your life and you look at what you're doing and you really want to learn more. So basically I was feeling too comfortable and I felt I needed to know more, and you just have to move out and learn. Yes, I know a lot of people look at it like, okay, you're relocating, the Japa syndrome and all that, but because the moment you're leaving the country, everyone feels okay, yeah, you're living for so many years and all that. So well, but I guess you can't just leave and come back in a year if you actually want to learn or improve on your job. So just to cut the long story short, yeah, I was a pediatric surgeon already, and so when I made my inquiries via YouTube questions, because why I'm also involved in this video is because I benefited from a lot of YouTube videos, and I also asked a lot of people questions, and I know there's still a lot of question marks when people are interested in taking such route and they don't really know what to do. At the end of this video, I think at least I should be able to have put one or two people through, and at least maybe the questions they have in mind might not be that much.
Yeah, we should have been able to answer lots of questions, because lots of people actually asked questions in the comment about how we did it.
So the thing is, the first thing is, okay, I was working, and when I made all my inquiries, I think the first thing is, if I'm moving out of the country, I'm a surgeon, I really have to, I don't want to move out and get a job in which I'll just be a doctor and not operating, basically. And
GP?
Yeah, well, because yeah, I'm not be a GP and all that, because medical officers, GPs outside the country basically don't operate. And as a surgeon, you don't want to lose your skills. The surgical part is actually, that's your fulfillment, basically. So I had to make my inquiries, and so I realized the first thing is, okay, I had a lot of options country-wise: USA, Canada, and the UK. So looking at it, I think the UK route was quite sounded a bit more reasonable, considering a lot of factors. Yeah, well, easiest in the sense that, okay, I think what I had to do were not that much. So I think the first thing is, I think I'll be taking it not in a particular order, because I'll just put it the way I did mine, because I think I did some things in let me say haphazardly, you understand? So I didn't take a particular step, I just did it, okay, the way chronological. Yeah, it was not chronological. I just had to, like, okay, I think I should have this first. So the first thing in my mind as a surgeon was that, okay, I have to do the MRCS exams. So which is like the membership exams of the Royal College of Surgeons.
So this was after you made your research, right?
Yes, okay. After I made my research, and I had one or two of my friends also that were interested, so we started preparing for the exams. The MRCS exams is you have two parts, part A and part B. Part A basically is like MCQs, that's multiple choice questions, and I did that online. Basically involves basic surgical sciences and also principles of surgery. So that's divided into two parts anyway. So I think, I can't remember the hours, I think 4 hours or thereabout. So yeah, then you get your result. I think
you did that at home, right?
Yeah, it was just online, and you just you upload the questions, and there's a way the questions have been passworded, and you do your exams.
So in your own opinion, when you studied for your MRCS 1, how long did it take, and how difficult was it for you to?
Well, I think the thing is that I was a consultant, unlike maybe when because I think there was also a strike then, so we're not working that much in my hospital, so I had a lot of time. Part A was in September, so I did that. Results came out October. Alhamdulillah, I was successful. Then part B was in February, and part B is basically clinicals. So you need to come over to the UK, but there are some people that also write theirs in, I think, Egypt and also some other Asian countries. That's if you're, I think at that point in time, I think it was just, I had the option of writing in the UK, Coventry to be precise. So I also prepared for that, got the required scores, and alhamdulillah, also passed that. So MRCS was secured. So the thing with the MRCS is you need the MRCS to get your GMC, that's the General Medical Council registration, which is being used in the UK. So basically you can use the PLAB, and also I think a postgraduate qualification, which is the MRCS, and also if you have a sponsorship you can also get your GMC. So I think the MRCS was basically for my GMC, and also it helps you get surgically related jobs in the UK.
How
Because
much does the MRCS cost this?
yeah, I think part A was around 550 and part B was 990, but I think it's more than that now anyway. Pounds anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, and some people also enroll for preparatory courses and all that, so it could be more. So after the MRCS, the next thing was try and get a job, and there's this website called Track Jobs. So trackjobs.com, when you get into Track Jobs, you create an account, you have a portfolio and all that. Then once you've created that, then the next thing is you start applying for jobs. You can set up a notification, the type of the level of job you want, the type of jobs. So of course mine was pediatric surgery, but I was advised to put other surgical specialties like urology, general surgery, just to get something related, and that you might not be able to get the actual one you want. Then when you move in subsequently after a year or two, you can always get your subspecialty. So I think so I did that, and okay, I think I even vascular surgery and ST3 level was the minimum I chose anyway. Next thing was you also require you need your English exams, that's the IELTS.
Sorry, please, I'll take you back a little bit. So after doing your MRCS exam, which was the first, you started applying for job.
Yeah, I started applying for jobs, and yeah, you start applying for jobs because most of the jobs, the requirement is your MBBS, which is your medical degree, and plus or minus MRCS. But the MRCS gives you an edge.
Okay, so you are saying some people can get a job even without MRCS?
Yeah, you can get jobs without MRCS. Okay. Yeah, there are some jobs, but it depends. If you need an XT3 job in surgery, for example, most of them will require MRCS.
Okay, so you did your MRCS, then what next?
So the next thing was, that's why I said mine was not organized well. I think the English exam should have come first.
Okay.
Because I think I now got I got a job. I got a vascular surgery job.
Okay.
Then eventually I also got a pediatric surgery job, and my IELTS was not ready because you need the English exam for your GMC registration also. So I had to now start preparing for the IELTS, and the IELTS exams. Okay, basically you have learning, reading, writing, and speaking. You need to get average of 7.5 and minimum of 7.0 in each. So and the exam can be quite funny. I think I passed it. Is it the third attempt?
Yes, that was when I posted the result of the relocation vlog. Anytime. So if you're watching this and you've been writing your IELTS exam, you're not alone. So it could be tricky, very tricky.
I was actually advised to write the OET exams, which is I think it's easier than the IELTS because it's related to your discipline. If you're a doctor, if you're a nurse. So
yeah, so if you're a medical practitioner and you've been finding it hard to pass the IELTS, you might want to consider the
OET. OET is quite expensive, and you need to get a date. Okay. So I felt I needed to do the IELTS because I had a job already and I was doing all the processes and involved in the treatment processes. I meant so
he was able to buy time to get his IELTS, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, because most of the jobs, the interviews were like around I think June, July, and so they wanted me around October, so I had some time. So I had to prepare for. So luckily I passed the IELTS, and so then the next thing is you also need your certificate of good standing from MDCN, that's in Nigeria. And once you get that, so you need your certificate of sponsorship, you need your English.
MDCN? We need to be explicit.
Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, that's MDCN. Okay. I think every doctor in Nigeria knows MDCN. So
doctor, where do we go?
Okay, so you need your MDCN, you need your certificate of good standing to apply for the GMC. You need your IELTS, then you need your MRCS. However, some would use a PLAB, but I use the MRCS since I had it. Then the first thing is you need to verify all your certificates. think I verified 2 of them, which is the MRCS and the MBBS. If you want to verify, you use the electronic portfolio of international credentials, which is acronym is EPIC. So you need to create an account. Once you Google EPIC, you see there, you create a portfolio, then you need to verify your results, that's your certificates rather. So for the MBBS, I think you send it to your university, then eventually it gets verified. MRCS was faster because that's just coming to the UK, and verifying that was not that difficult. And I think for the MBBS, I think there was also strike, so it was quite, but I was able to do that. So once you've done all that, then the next thing is you have everything to get your GMC registration. You get a provisional one because the final one requires an ID check, which you need to come to the UK to do that. But with the provisional registration, your employers are happy to have that, and once you give them that, then you can get your certificate of sponsorship. The certificate of sponsorship now comes from the hospital that have given you the appointment. So you get the certificate of sponsorship, and then you can use that to apply for your visa, which is the tier 2 visa. And I think with that, the visa comes quite I think it came in like 72 hours, or it didn't take up to 1 week.
No, it did not.
Yeah, then you put in your dependents, and so basically that's it. So it's just like, so I might just give a recap again. Basically, what you do is, okay, yeah, you've made up your mind, you're okay. You don't have to be a consultant anyway. You just like surgery, you want to go the surgery pathway, you need to get a surgically related job. Okay, first thing is, I think the first thing is do your IELTS exam. Once you do it, then go for your MRCS exams. Yeah, get your MRCS, get an account on Track Jobs, or you just go to the NHS website, search for your jobs, the level you want. I wanted a minimum of ST3, so search for your jobs. If it's general surgery, pediatric surgery, just input your surgical jobs. Then the next thing is, once you get your job, you don't even have to wait for that. You can start your verification, verify all your that's your MBBS, your MRCS. Once you've passed it, yeah. Once you're done with your verification, the certificate of sponsorship, I think it's better you get that once you have a job, because I think it expires in 3 months. So, and it's like, I can't remember how much I paid. I think I paid like 105,000 naira. So if you're not careful, if you get it and you don't use it within the 3 months, you just have to pay another 105,000 naira from MTCM. So I think once you do that, then you do your visa application and all that. I won't be going into details, but basically you just go through the health workers visa route, and once you do your...
How much does the visa cost?
I can't remember. I can't remember the actual, but it's
below 100.
Yeah, it's below 100. It's below 100,000 naira. So you do that. You do all your tests, all your TB tests and all that. But the certificate of sponsorship is just it makes everything go smoothly. And I think the most important thing is when you ask people, because I think I had one of my friends that had done his, and it was just giving me all the guidelines, and I went through it, and it went so smooth. Because once I think information is key, and that's why I feel I should be involved in such a video, because a lot of people, I think, they don't have that information, and I see no reason why I shouldn't provide it, because I got everything from people that were willing to,
and YouTube as well. The reason why we're filming this is we watched a lot of YouTube videos, and it was able to help both in the IELTS preparation, MRCS, many videos. And I think all these videos, you get a lot of people make use of them, so I think we just have to give back the way we can. And exactly,
because you get a lot of infos from all these videos, and we just Google, and I think a lot of people make so much effort to do all this. Also, I think, of course, the most important thing is you always pray, and pray for guidance and have a good support system, which is all because she was so supportive. Because I think as a surgeon and you really want to pursue your career, there's a lot to do after, when during your residency program. It's not easy when you're training. Then when you're done with your training, she feels okay, everything is done now, you're relaxed, and you still want to write the exam. So I think you need that support system. But if you're a bachelor, I think it's
get that support
easier.
system.
It's easier.
You're a bachelor.
You just have to. It's just. But
Thank you,
when you're married, it has to be like a teamwork. Your spouse has to understand. Okay, what are your plans?
But you didn't proofread my own PhD proposal for me, so.
Well.
You were just like, do your thing, Julie, do your thing, Emma, do my thing.
Yeah, but right? I think maybe because.
But when you were studying for your MRCS, I was there, like, I was asking you questions.
Yeah, medicine is the human body now, so everyone can relate. So
you can't relate to architecture.
It's quite straightforward.
No problem. Thanks so much for gracing this my channel. I really appreciate. And are you going to come back if I call you, if they have more questions down below? Are you going to come back?
Yeah, I'll come back. Yeah, as long as I have answers, I'll come back.
No problem. So guys, we've come to the end of this video. Or do you have any other thing you want to add? Check your.
I think I've been able to. Yeah.
Okay. So give or take, did you think the process was seamless for you, and do you think that more people should try and opt for getting work before leaving?
Yes, I think the first thing is just like I said. I think if you're taking any step, when you pray, I believe it gets
easier.
Even if it's a bit difficult, maybe from what you've heard, I just felt okay. If it's something that's going to be good for me, okay, I'll just do my own part and leave the rest to God. And I felt everything was, because it was quite fast.
It was. So that's what I said.
Yeah. So I felt. I think it was something.
It took about a year. It took about a year, give or take.
The MRCS exam was September, and November we were here already working. So you get.
It took about a year. So just like I said, honestly, yes, we're Muslims, we're people of faith, but whichever religion you are in, just relax. That's the first step. Don't be in a rush to just move with the crowd. Relax, pray, do your own research, then get back to the drawing table and double down on the information that you've received. Make sure it fits your own journey. If you want to use the school route, fine. If you want to use the work route, fine. So yeah, that's just what I'm going to say. So for the people that are not in the medical line, just like I promised, there are two other paths that I know that you can use. The first path is the school route, which is masters. There are some universities which I'm going to link down below in the description box, rather, schools that collect low deposits, I think less than £10,000. I'm going to link it below. Schools. Then also I'm going to link two channels below. These channels give information on getting work visa as a what's it called now?
Care worker.
Yeah, as a care worker in the UK. So I'm going to leave their channel because honestly I know nothing about it, but I know that people are interested in such information. So I'm going to leave channels that you can check for informations like that. So we've come to the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Guys, subscribe. Let's go, get us to 5k at least. Let's go. What do you have to say to them?
Yeah, thanks. I hope you have a happy viewing, and I hope your questions won't be that much.
This one is too serious.
That means I'm able to at least communicate.
You're always too serious. I hope you have a happy viewing. Bye guys. Cheers.
Say happy viewing.